died.
Gilbert's got this.
And they were singing.
It's good.
Bye, Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. And them good old boys.
Oh, I almost feel bad. It's almost, I don't, but I almost do. And that should count for me in the sympathy and compassion department for the week. Oh, Tennessee. I almost feel bad for you. And I'll explain why in just a second. Welcome to Stadium Pulse on a Monday on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network, sponsored by Nimnik Buick GMC, Southside Baseball Association. Hope everybody had a good weekend. We got so much. I'm so glad we got. We're on Mondays now. Mondays and Fridays every Monday and Friday, 9 to 10 a.m. A lot of Dawgs talk today. A lot of Gators talk today. Holy cow, what a disaster. We'll get to all the DJ Lagway stuff. Little Notre Dame, little LSU, little Clemson as well. Miami handles business. FSU and UCF were on a bye. So we'll have a lot more on them this coming Friday. But we got to start with Georgia and Tennessee. I mean, I almost feel bad. I mean, the kickers got, deer in headlights. And anytime a college game, I get it. These guys are making money now. But the college kicker, you always got to feel bad for him when he blows it. If you don't, you're soulless. And maybe you deserve credit because you're more competitive than I am. But I don't know. I almost feel bad for Heupel. The guy called an unbelievable game. If I'm sitting there as Heupel, I'm like, what else do I have to do to beat Kirby Smart? I got 103,000 screaming fans. They're on the road. Georgia is. I get my quarterback to account for 5 total touchdowns, and I put up 41 points, and I still can't beat Kirby Smart? I guess the only other reason I would feel bad, or I almost feel bad for Tennessee, is how good of a loser Tennessee Nick Petty is. He's too good of a loser. The guy's texting me congratulations and stuff after the win. As soon as they go to review and Chauncey Bowens, was it Chauncey Bowens or McCray? The ball's over the end zone. I'm getting a congratulatory text. Guy just got his heart ripped out for the 9th straight time in a row. But nonetheless, I don't feel bad. Oh boy, I would have been pissed if we lost that game. 44-41 in half, in overtime, Let's break it down. What's up, William Torres? Appreciate everybody hopping in the chat. We'll have a lot more Florida talk later for a lot of you guys. First of all, my first thought is Gunner Stockton deserves a lot more credit. Because let me tell you something. If anybody else in the SEC on the road against a team like Tennessee and a defense like Tennessee went 23-31 and accounted for 3 total touchdowns and never turned the ball over, they'd be getting the stamp. They'd be getting the stamp. And it's weird that I think nationally, at least this is what I gather, correct me if I'm wrong, it's like I gather that Drew Aguilar is like, the takeaway nationally is Drew Aguilar, man, he's legit. He's real. Tennessee might not have won, but they got a guy in Drew Aguilar. And I agree. But how is it not at the same time Georgia has a guy in Gunner Stockton? Because let me tell you something. Georgia didn't win this game. Let me point out the obvious. Georgia gave up 41 points. When is the last time Georgia gave up 41 points in a ballgame and won? They ran the ball great. They didn't run the ball, or they didn't win the game because they could run the ball. They won the game because Gunner Stockton stood in the pocket, pass after pass, and took gigantic shots and delivered dimes when Georgia needed it most in one-on-one coverage. Guys, Georgia played with, they might as well have gone out there with 4 offensive linemen. 4 of them dogs. Because the right tackle, it started out with Ernest Green. He's playing hurt. They gave him 2 drives and said, buddy, you don't got it today. Appreciate you trying to tough it out, but this ain't working. They go to Michael Unai, who I forget who was on our broadcast. Oh, it's Kirk. Wasn't it? Wasn't Fowler and Kirk on the call?
Yeah, it was Fowler and Kirk.
Yeah, Kirk keeps calling him Michael Weenie. It's U-I-N-I. Michael and I. Well, he might have played Michael Weenie, so maybe the name was deserved because holy cow, he was just getting torched all freaking day by number 19. I mean, missing assignments, getting blown by. Gunner didn't help him on a couple of those, dropping back a little bit too deep, making a couple 3-step drops, some 5s, which matter. And then they put in Bo Hewley, I think, for the final drive and then the overtime drive, and he did all right. But you played the game with 4 offensive linemen. I mean, legitimately, every play, Tennessee is getting pressure with 4, and they're getting pressure off the right edge. And yet still, Gunner Stockton stood in. I mean, go back and watch how many shots he took on 3rd down. How many shots he took on 3rd down. And he's just standing there and ripping the football. If that's any other quarterback, he's getting the stamp. Here is the one retrospective for Tennessee why you got to be kicking yourself. We came in and told you, as did everybody else, that Tennessee was without their top 2 corners. And that it was going to be up to Gunner Stockton to hit shots man-to-man. What was the first offensive play for Georgia? Hover 0, Gunner Stockton looks down the field, sees that he's got one-on-one, throws a 60-yard bomb, dime, we're off and running. Why didn't you ever change? If you're down your first 2 starting corners, play like it, get in zone. Is that underthinking it too much? If we're playing 2 backup corners, let's play like it. Let's give them a little help. Instead of letting Gunner just see, all right, well, I got man-to-man on the outside, and I trust my guy, and he's a really good receiver against the backup corner. And those guys are good. They played pretty well. Not good enough. London Humphreys on the 4th down, I mean, an unbelievable throw. 4th down, stands in, drops a dime over the shoulder to London Humphreys, who makes an unbelievable catch. Touchdown. Pretty much tie game for the 2-point conversion. Tennessee, you should be kicking yourselves. Get in a 2-man under and just, or get in a cover 6 and just force Gunner Stockton while he's getting pressured to death to read and go through 2 or 3 progressions. Because guess how many progressions he's going through when you're playing man-to-man on the outside with nobody over the top? None, pretty much. Before that ball is snapped, he's thinking, I'm catching this football and I'm ripping it to Colby Young on the first play. And then on the 4th down, I'm catching this football and I'm ripping it to London Humphreys. That's pretty easy. Hey, you want to get your 103,000 screaming fans nullified? Do that. Because as soon as, he knew he didn't even need to see it. He knew y'all were going to be playing it. So when the play is called, he's getting this with 30 seconds to go in the play clock. The decision's made. That's a pretty easy way to nullify all the screaming fans and your pass rush. I thought that was just stupid. You don't need to, on the fourth down, you bring 7 guys. You didn't need to. Bring 5, overload the right side. You got pressure. You're going to have pressure. Put a safety over the top and win the ball game. Should have never come down to a kick. I thought that was dumb. I'll say this. Georgia's defense was terrible. Give Drew Aguilar a lot of credit. Give Heupel a lot of credit. I think that might be the only team in the SEC that can do that to you. We'll see. We got Bama coming to town in 2 weeks. If Bama scores 41 points as well, I'd be shocked. I'm sure the defense will get better. But the fact that you can give up 41 points and win a football game on the road in the SEC against Tennessee, who looks a lot better than a lot of people thought preseason, heck of a job. Heck of a job. And one more thing here is Mike Bobo fans. I mean, or Mike Bobo haters. A large percentage of the fan base. I don't know how y'all wake up and still point to this guy. I mean, what do you want? I mean, what else do you want him to do? The screens that he was calling last year that weren't working, they're working now, and they're popping every time. We're in 2nd and 2 almost every play. And then you get the fake screen, bomb to London Humphreys to set up late in the fourth quarter. Bobo. I mean, just play after play after play. He's putting Gunner Stockton in a great position without a right tackle, and we score 44 points. Zach, Zach, who deserved to win this football game? Let me start there. Wearing a blue FSU shirt.
Yes, Seminole Heritage Month. You can't say anything or you're a bad person.
Okay.
So, there you go.
Okay. Thank you for telling me that. Congratulations on your month.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here. So, I got to be honest with you, Jason. Kirby Smart is a good winner, and he said Tennessee deserved to win that game. And I think what he meant by that was they played their hearts out. Tennessee fans can rest easy knowing that they did everything they could under the tutelage of Josh Heupel to win that football game.
Mm-hmm.
But the team that deserves to win is the team that wins the game. Like, I think.
Don't hit that.
Yeah.
That's not always the case.
No, but you know what, Jason? Maybe you're right. But I don't know. I think Georgia deserved it. I think Gunner Stockton, we talked about it on Friday, Jason. Gunner Stockton is a dog.
Thank you.
Through and through. And when he is the opposite of what's happening at Florida right now. Which is Florida has all the weapons, but they don't have anyone to drive the car. They have the nice Porsche, they have the nice Lamborghini, but the driver's a 2-year-old who can't see over the dash. Georgia has the same car, and they've got a guy who's going to put the pedal on the floor until the engine blows up. And he doesn't care if he's in the car or not.
Wow, this analogy is...
And he just pushes, and he pushes, and he pushes, and he doesn't quit. It doesn't matter what's up. It doesn't matter if there's 102,000 screaming against him. He's going to walk out on that field, and it's a testament to his character. And so that is and yeah, we're not talking about stats here. We're talking about intangibles, but those matter clearly, and that's what separated the Bulldogs from the Volunteers this week. Even though the Volunteers played their absolute hearts out, I mean, I think they should climb in the ranking. But it was a phenomenal game, and I think that any other team that goes into Neyland and allows 41 points loses.
Yeah, I do agree with that.
I don't even think maybe I don't think Ohio State would allow 41 points, but I think Georgia's the only team in college football that can go into Neyland, allow 41, and win the game.
Right. I mean, look, one more thing for Tennessee fans, and as much as it hurts, I mean, as much as Buddy there, who we started the show with, is crying. You know, there is a little bit of solace. You've got a quarterback. You know that. Yeah. If you can, it doesn't matter. And golly, Josh Heupel deserves a lot of credit. I know we didn't win the football game, but the guy, a month ago, we were sitting here, go back to January really quick. Josh Heupel was getting a pass almost for the entire season because of all the stuff he had to do with Nico Iamaleava. Tennessee fans loved him for saying, you're not bigger than the program. You're not bigger than the T. Get out. You don't deserve more money. And with all that falling out, you get Drew Aguilar on campus in May. He wasn't even on campus in January. In May. 4 months later, against Georgia, you score 41 points and he accounts for 5 touchdowns. Yeah, he had 2 picks. Accounts for 5 touchdowns, throws for over 300 yards. A guy from UCLA. Guys, y'all got a coach and y'all got a quarterback. And loss withstanding, I don't think there's a Tennessee fan that exists, no matter how unrealistic they are, that's coming away from that game not thinking they're going to have a better win-loss record come season's end than before that football game. Because now you're looking at, there's not a team that you're going to host for the rest of the year that you don't think you're going to win. In Neyland, ain't going to happen. So, William Torres says Tennessee is the Jags of college football. Oh man, buddy, good thing we got a 3-hour show to talk Jags after this. Because we will, trust me, and we'll try to deep dive and see what's going on with BTJ. Let's get to Florida. What an unmitigated disaster. Unmitigated disaster it is in Gainesville right now. DJ Lagway is terrible. And I don't think that's being harsh. He's terrible. And I mean, I don't have any kind of agenda. It's not like I'm coming out here trying to be hard on the guy or trying to go easy on him. I'm just telling you what I think is true. He's terrible. And I think Florida fans are shocked he's terrible. Whereas everybody else, including right here, we're not shocked. We didn't give him the stamp last year. Yeah, he looked good, but we didn't give him the stamp. Because like I told you all offseason, take away the Samford Bulldogs game and he was 9 touchdowns, 9 picks. And I get it, it's just not the box score. I'm not a box score watcher. I watched every Florida game there was last year. Yeah, he made a lot of really good throws that a lot of other quarterbacks can't and would not have made as a freshman. But you can't get away from the guy from it that the guy was going to always turn the football over. Then he doesn't practice all year. And 2 months ago I said, when y'all go to LSU, it ain't going to be pretty. And that doesn't mean the season's going to be a wash, because you should have never expected to win that football game. But the offense is not going to click, at least for the first half of the season. Did I think DJ Lagway was going to go out there and throw 5 picks? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But he did. And he probably should have thrown 6. And it was at a point where, buddy, I thought he was going to throw 6. Every time he gets out of the pocket. I mean, if we ever, as a right-handed thrower, evade the pocket left, and then have a conniption, flip our feet right, and just heave the ball right, we should be out of the football game for the rest of the game. That's it. That's it. How much leeway do you, and that's my question for Florida fans right now is if we're just forward thinking, do you want DJ Lagway to have a full leash this Saturday against Miami? Or is it, if he plays well, he plays? If he doesn't, bench him. Bench him. I'm sure some Florida fans want to see Tramel Jones out there. I'm sure some Florida fans don't. They're not ready to see DJ Lagway on the sideline. John in the chat says someone has to tell him. Billy will just shake his head in disbelief and tell him it'll be all right and give him a sweet pat on the rear.
Oh, great commentary.
I mean,
Jason, I'm going to read something to you. Ready?
Please.
You ready? Okay. 1-2 record.
Mm-hmm.
666 passing yards and 3 interceptions was DJ Uwanglole's stats through 3 games last year.
No, you're not going to do this right now.
Lagway, 629, 5 touchdowns, 6 picks, QBR of 53. Lagway is infinitely better than Uwanglole. But as Sean McDonough said, in the third quarter when he threw his 4th pick, you think DJ would make an adjustment and stop throwing it to the guys in white.
He said that?
Yep.
I missed it.
It was I tried to screen record on YouTube TV, but you can't.
Doesn't
do
work. You're gonna get Jode. I tried to. During the Jacks game.
But dude, what do you, if you're a Florida fan, you just hope what FSU fans did last year, and you just hope you sub out Uwanglole or Lagway. That's all we did. We literally would boo when he would come on the field. Like that's what you hope. But, everyone loves it when they're beating the red-hot LIU Sharks at home and they're chanting DJ Lagway. Yeah, everyone looks good against a non-broadcasted team. Dude, this is horrible to watch. I mean, you saw the pictures I sent you this week about the decision making.
Yeah.
He had a wide open guy on a 6-yard curl on second down. He had a guy in the out, and he had a guy who did about a 15-yard curl downfield with the safety 6 yards off the ball. No one covering the underneath. All he had to do was throw it to the outside.
There were 3 gentlemen open.
What's he do? Nope. Over the middle linebacker in double coverage with the safety crashing down.
Yep.
With a clean pocket. You said every time he left the pocket, you thought he was going to throw a pick. He didn't have to leave the pocket half the game.
Yeah, it was clean.
It was a clean pocket, which I said Florida's pocket sucks, and they dominated that defensive line all game.
They did.
But Lagway goes, no. Not on my watch. I'm going to throw a pick. Dude, I'm laughing because we were in the same boat last year. I know where this goes.
Yeah, you're allowed to because you do.
I know where this goes.
Yeah.
I know where this goes.
Is he going to rebound?
Hopefully not.
Not this week.
If you're a Florida fan, you don't want him to rebound.
No, you do.
You do?
You do.
Why?
You do.
Why?
Because you have to have some sort of hope. And the fact of the matter is that no matter how bad DJ Lagway plays, Gator fans would rather put their hope in him than Billy Napier. You have to pick one.
I mean,
you have to.
Yeah, I guess you're right. But you said something about the USF Florida game. You said if Billy's drawing up winners and Lagway is just missing them, then what's the problem? And if you're a Florida fan, you're always going to say it's Billy's fault. All my friends that are Florida fans are like, nope, Billy doesn't draw up winners. Billy doesn't draw up winners. The tape says otherwise.
He does. Trust me, he does.
The tape says otherwise. I literally, you can go back to the first week of the show. I said Billy Napes is not it. Billy Napes might be all right. Lagbag just is guaranteed going to put it in the hands of the other team 3 times a game.
Yeah, I mean, it's so bad. You have to.
It's so bad.
It's literally like almost like you don't have words. If you could have 2 or 3, but you throw 5. You throw 5. What about the bottom? It's. I don't know what you're waking up on a Monday morning, Gator fans, thinking.
Fire Billy because Lagway's not.
No. The Napier ain't your problem here.
Clearly, I agree. It's also how many. I'm gonna go back and look. I think there's a. We'll look at the stats on it out there. I saw it on Twitter. I want to know how many times Lagway elected to keep the ball and try and throw it downfield, but handing it off. One of the best running, possibly give the ball.
I forgot, man. I meant to have that the Jaden Ball tote carry.
Yeah,
because we said that he better have 23 to 25. And let's see, Jaden Ball had 10 totes.
That's unacceptable.
Okay, so that is Billy Napier's fault. That is Billy Napier's fault. He's got to be. He's got to. That's unacceptable. However, the fact of the matter is, I mean, Florida. Here's your hope, I guess. You still only lost the game in 10 points by 10 points in the Bayou. If I were just to tell you that if you don't watch the game, have no idea what happened, coming off the USF loss, if I were just to tell you that Florida would only lose by 10 in Baton Rouge, some of y'all would have probably said, all right, I'll take it. Losing by 10 in the Bayou, that's nothing to shake your head at. The craziest part in all of this is if DJ Lagway, maybe you just only throw 3 picks, y'all might have won the freaking game. Maybe if Tramel Jones plays the second half, you might have won the freaking game. Because LSU, they don't have any idea what they're doing either. You want to get 5 turnovers at home and lose and only win by 10 points and only score 20? How many of those turnovers were they now in scoring territory?
There was only one that they weren't in scoring territory, and it was the last one of the game. The other 4 were, one was pick 6, and the other 3 were across the 50.
Here is perhaps one of the most insane facts about this game. LSU was as bad on offense as Florida was.
Jason, I know we're going to go into commercial break in a sec, but Jason, I was with you. I said that LSU has yet to post a convincing win, and they are ranked far too high. They beat a Clemson team that's not very good. They struggled against Louisiana Tech, and they struggled against Florida with 5 picks.
Unbelievable. Dude, if you get 4 picks across the 50-yard line, automatically, that's got to be 20 points. Automatically. And they didn't score off of most of those turnovers. They couldn't get a first down after most of them. The fact of the matter is, if you just look at what happened, half those turnovers might as well have just been punts. Because LSU was just going to get it, have an incompletion, run it for 2 yards, throw another incompletion, and punt the football back. Didn't even hurt you. Of course it hurt you, because it was a lot of things you could have done with the football that you didn't. But LSU, you were as bad on offense as Florida was. And the fact of the matter, that a rational sports journalist thought the exact same thing that I'm thinking, the exact same thing that any any college football fan with a brain is thinking, and that sports journalist does his job and asks Brian Kelly about it after the game, and it gets thrown back in his face, clown watch. Brian Kelly. Zach, you got this? Go for it, Zach, if you got it.
To win the game.
All right, how about third down then? What is going on with third down?
It's one game. Last game, we were great on third down. You're looking at this from the wrong perspective. LSU won the football game. Won the game. I don't know what you want from me. What do you want? You want us to win 70-0 against Florida to keep you happy?
No, I think you want to know why you can't run the ball.
We can run the ball. Did you see the last play of the
Buddy
game?
stood on business.
That's all you need. You just need one. There's a ridiculous questions. And I'm getting tired of it.
Oh,
That football team just worked their tail off to get an SEC win, and you want to know what's wrong. You know what? You're spoiled. You're spoiled. This team is 17-1 at night. 17-1. Give them some respect. How about that? Give them some respect instead of micro-analyzing every little thing. This is ridiculous. For a group of seasoned reporters, that kind of question is so out of line.
I mean, hey, Brian, you're an idiot.
Agreed.
I mean, this is insane. First of all, if you want to pound the table, pound the podium up there, and demand respect, score more than 20 points at home with 5 turnovers. Oh my gosh, I love that guy. Whoever, I need to shout that guy out. He's a local TV guy in Baton Rouge, I think. Brian Kelly, what do you want from me? I think we want to know why you can't run the ball.
Yeah, elite question.
Dub.
And he also, I mean, it's a classic narcissistic behavior, is just to draw it out beyond belief, comparison-wise, where his response is, what do you want from me, to score 70 points? No, Brian, I don't want 70 points. But like you said, Jason, you should have 20 points on 5 turnovers, not 20 points total with 5 turnovers. That's the problem. And he goes, and then at the end of this interview, I don't know if we clipped it, he said, what about the last play of the game? Did you like that run play? Yeah, Brian, it's the last play of the game. That's the only time you ran the football effectively. You have a gunslinger at quarterback, a good running back, and you put up 20.
This is a joke. And he's pounding the podium. LSU won the football game. Actually, no. Not really. Florida silver plattered it to you. Fine dining. Here, LSU. You won't even have to do a dang thing to win this football game because DJ Lagway is going to just palm it out to you. There's not a soul on the planet that believes that LSU actually won that game as much as Florida lost it. Not one. Maybe one. That clown right there, Brian Kelly. Congratulations, Brian. You played yourself. And you continue to play yourself. Good question. It's a great question. And I think it's a shame that Brian Kelly is that, I don't know, whether it's starved for, I guess you could tell that he's just that starved for credit, starved for approval from the fan base, because he hasn't won anything. So he's got to make the wins look real good. They don't. And here's the fact of the matter, is this is not if, but it is when, as far as when LSU will get exposed. This whole 3 in the rankings crap, it's only a matter of time. Until you can finally, unless you can finally, what LSU fans have been wanting you to do for 2+ years, finally coach Garrett Nussmeier out of the same stuff that we saw from DJ Lagway, rolling right to the boundary, throwing across his body against four defenders and throwing a pick when there's absolutely no reason to do that. When he has the talent to be the number 1 overall pick in the NFL draft, finally getting that out of him. Yes, Garrett Nussmeier deserves a lot of blame too. That's not just on the coach. Coach can't go out there and do it for him. But unless you finally fix that, coach that out of him, y'all ain't beating anybody real. Especially on the road. Forget about it. And then when that same reporter goes up post-game after you took an L and asks you why can't you run the football, you better have an answer for him. And it better be legit. We are way late on a break. Appreciate everybody hanging out with us. Appreciate everybody in the chat. We might have one more thought on this football game after the break. We'll get to Notre Dame. Man, that was an awesome game. We'll get to Clemson. That was an awesome game as well. Had a lot of great college football this past weekend. USF finally bites the bullet against Miami. A little Arch Manning talk as well. Bama looks back. We'll get into that as well. Appreciate everybody hanging out on a Friday. We'll be right back on Stadium Pulse.
When it's time to get a new car for anyone in your family, just remember, nobody but Nimnick, the #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville. Get the latest price breaks on 2023 and 2024 models or the newest 2025 vehicles in the showroom on Phillips Highway or shop online at NimnickBuickGMC.com 24 hours a day. GMC Sierras, Yukons, and the redesigned Acadias, or get the all-new redesigned line with Buicks. It's nobody but Nimnick, and part of the reason why is this is a first-class buying experience here at Nimnick Buick GMC. You're not just a customer, you're a friend. This is about getting a vehicle that best fits you and getting you on the road, and also helping you and your family down the road. Nimnick has a treating you right guarantee, courtesy, respect, fairness. The most Buicks, GMCs, and Jacksonville's only Car Bravo dealer, nobody but Nimnick. Who has put in the most years and stands behind a better experience? Nobody but Nimnick GMC. We are professional grade.
Putting your needs first. It's the backbone of how First Florida Credit Union does business. In all honesty, you might as well be speaking another language when it comes to finances. Sure, I'm good with my money, but what am I missing in the fine print? That's what led me to First Florida Credit Union. They're the perfect choice for anyone starting their financial journey because they keep finances easy. Plus, they offer financial education and resources I can trust. So I'm always growing more confident. And as a young adult, I am constantly adding more responsibilities to my plate. From a car payment to a mortgage, it all adds up. Luckily, First Florida Credit Union makes sure it adds up in all the right places and not the wrong ones by offering better rates and lower fees than traditional banks, even if you're still trying to grow your credit. Because as a member-owned institution, First Florida genuinely puts people's needs first rather than focusing on profit. So I know as my needs change, they'll be right there to help me reach my goals. Check out firstflorida.org to learn how you can benefit too.
It's one of the hot spots in the area.
Welcome you to String Sports Brewery out at the beach. Big crowd on hand tonight. The fans are here.
And now the newest hot spot at the beach is open. String Sports Brewery in Jax Beach has opened its doors with rave reviews.
We're going to be fans forever.
Cozy up to the bar. Grab a seat in the sports-themed restaurant, or grab a seat outside and feel that breeze coming off the beach as the weather warms. Just like the original location in Springfield, try the popular beer menu and come for lunch or dinner too, because the food is fantastic.
We got a special guest in the house. He's happy. He's feeling good. He's Trayvon Walker.
It's where we hosted Jags Report Live in the football season, and the String Sports Brewery staff can't wait to host you. Hey, welcome back here to String Sports Brewery. And if you haven't checked out the new location in Jax Beach, you got to do it. String Sports Brewery, now with 2 locations in Springfield and now open in Jax Beach on Penman Road.
Hi, I'm Greg Mackey from Cycles of Jacksonville. Whether you're looking for a side-by-side, ATV, motorcycle, or scooter, Honda has what you need.
The Honda Talon. Ultimate performance meets family-friendly fun. Prices starting at $363 a month. Or the sporty Honda CBR 650 starting at an affordable $204 a month.
Stop by and choose your adventure from a full line of Honda products. Only at Cycles of Jacksonville on Atlantic Boulevard. Family owned and operated since 1983.
Hello, I'm Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Since 2003, our firm has fought exclusively for the rights of men in family law. Divorce, modification of child support, alimony, custody, and more, all for men. A father is vitally important to a child's life, and being a man is not a reason to pay more in child support or alimony. I'm a single father. I get it. If you have a divorce or other family law issue, contact Kenny Lay & Associates at divorcemenonly.com.
CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing is taking their 75-plus years of expertise and expanding to CGC Home Services. Water treatment and plumbing is still a big part of what they do, and now they can do even more for you. Home services like kitchen and bathroom remodeling, showers, sinks, faucets, toilet repair, backflow testing, and the list keeps going. Find all they can do at cgchomeservices.com or give them a call, 904-298-7052. It's a new look and a new name with the same expertise. They've been serving homes like yours since 1946. CGC Home Services, right here in Jacksonville off St. John's Bluff Road, 904-298-7052. And visit cgchomeservices.com. Florida license number CFC 1432579.
Welcome back to Stadium Pulse, an hour of college football talk every Monday and Friday, presented by Southside Baseball Association and Nimnik Buick GMC. Man, they hooked me up with a Silverado. Got it out there in the parking lot right now, just for this weekend. And holy cow, y'all got to check this thing out. Turbo Max, just the sound this thing makes is insane. And look, it's one of their demo models, so very heavily discounted. If you're in the market, Nimnik Buick GMC only it's the only place to go, in my opinion. Okay, 2 locations: Cassett Avenue, Phillips Highway. Go check them out. Nobody but Nimnik, they'll take care of you. As far as the best game of the weekend, college football, I think it probably has to go to Notre Dame, Texas A&M. Okay, and real back and forth, high scoring the game, which I thought it was going to be because, like we told you, Texas A&M, they're hosting Utah State and giving up 24 points. They're hosting some other mid-major team and giving up 22 points at home. There ain't no way they're going to hold Notre Dame, and they didn't. They gave up 40. But Notre Dame's defense, man, Marcel Reed as a ball player, and I think he put a lot of people on notice this past weekend. The go to the game in every opposite meaning of the word goes to the man Tyler Buckner, and they kept showing shots of this guy. If you didn't watch the game, he's the backup quarterback. You probably know him from last year. He played a decent bit, and he's played there a couple of. He's had a couple of starts there. None of them good, by the way. None of them good. But he's the holder, and they go out to take a 7-point lead, and he fumbles the hold, and they don't get it off and only go up 6. And, buddy, they showed dude on the sideline in a freaking neon hat and neon penny. Why he was wearing them in the first place, I have no idea, because 5 minutes later he wasn't. But not a good look. Not a good look. He looked like, gosh, I can't remember who that guy's name. It was that old guy on what that really old video game. He was a little kid in that little hat. I don't know. If anybody can get that reference, then you're the listener of the day. Yeah, well, I'm sorry. It couldn't escape my mind.
Yeah, you didn't explain that at all.
Sorry.
You just said the guy from the video game.
Okay.
Crossing guard.
He did look like a crossing guard. But anyway, sorry about that. Yeah, Marcel Reed goes right down the field and wins the game. And they win by 1 point. So Notre Dame is 0-2. Just as we said right here on this show, I didn't have them on the playoff. I had them losing to Miami. I had them losing to A&M. So that one felt pretty good. it almost makes up for my take on South Carolina, which is 10 feet deep in the drain in the toilet, because whether Lenore Sellers plays or not, and that might be a little bit of a cop out for me because Lenore Sellers is not healthy. It was knocked out of that football game. I don't think it mattered. Vandy was taking it to him and was giving them fits. Vandy is, I think, 20th right now in the polls for however much you put into those. But South Carolina, they're in big trouble, and I think Lenore Sellers, I forget what they came down with on the injury report, but it doesn't matter. He has not taken a step. South Carolina's defense has taken 2 steps back. They hadn't been able to run the football effectively, and their season, there's not a lot of hope going forward for them. Other than that, I mean, Miami beating USF. We knew. I definitely thought USF was going to keep it a lot closer. 21.5, I thought. And, sheesh, they couldn't do anything offensively. Now, and yes, if they would have taken points when they should have taken points, they might have covered. But they kept going for it because you try to win the football game, and I get it. And that was their only way potentially back in it. They got stuffed on all of them. Miami's defense is a pleasant surprise for Canes fans. And, I mean, who's to say they're not by far and away, as of right now, the best team in the ACC? We've got to watch FSU look impressive more than one game. As impressive as it was against Bama, and they deserve a ton of credit, we got to see more than one game. And from Miami, we have.
Agreed.
From Miami, we have.
Yep.
They handle Notre Dame. They dismantle USF. Okay, for right now, 3 weeks into the college football season, they deserve, to be credited. Where are you at on Texas? Wanted to mention this. I mean, they look abysmal. I think at one point Arch Manning is like 3 of 11 for 40 yards with a pick. And I think the calls of worry and distress of Arch Manning have reached a fever pitch. How many games can Texas win?
I'm trying to figure out the terminology to use.
Because here's the fact of the matter really quick.
Okay.
Texas has the most talent of any roster in college football.
Yeah.
There's not a question in my mind. If they can get Arch Manning to play B- football, they will be just fine. I guess that's the question, is can Arch Manning play B- football and can Sark get him there?
I don't know. I mean, Jason, it's a cop-out answer, I know, but the answer is I don't know. This Sark team is so different than the ones we've seen in the past. And YB400 saying it here, Texas always gets the utmost glaze. I mean, in years prior, they've kind of deserved it. I mean, have they not? I mean, hate them or love them, they've been good. But this year, they're just... This year, they're just not that good. I mean...
What did that say?
What?
Go ahead and read that out for the people.
It'll be 0-0 in the UF versus Texas game in the fourth quarter.
Oh, I can't wait to break that down Friday. What a matchup.
I mean, but
yeah, two
Jason,
unbelievable quarterbacks.
I'm just not sold on Texas. Arch is slow. He's got problems that a starting quarterback in the SEC should not have with his arm. And is it coachable? Likely not. Correctable in a season? Likely not.
Who sucks more, DJ or Archibald? I think right now you have to give it to DJ. Yeah. I mean, I don't think Arch is going to throw 5 picks because he's just going to eat the ball. He'll eat it and turn it down and take the 2-yard gain on trying to get it out of the pocket. DJ won't. Arch Manning will check that sucker down 15 times in the game if he's got to check it down 15 times. DJ will not. He's going to throw into triple coverage. Where I wanted to take it after talking briefly about Notre Dame is on the flip side, Clemson. I mean, gosh bless it. How many people took Clemson to win the freaking national championship? They were the preseason champs. I've said it. I've said it multiple times. I saw more people taking Clemson to win the national championship than any other team. And they got 2 losses to an LSU team that maybe, and against freaking Georgia Tech, who's about as scrappy a team as you will find and deserves all the credit with Haynes King. I mean, he's just going to put his head down and get 4 yards about every time. If you had to pick one right now, one team somehow keeps their season alive, rebounds, and sneaks, emphasis on the word sneaks, in the college football playoff, would you pick Notre Dame or Clemson? Okay?
Pendant. And State and Miami are Clemson still has to play State, and they have, once again, their win against Troy, their only win, unconvincing. Jason, how many? We talked about it preseason. I told you I'm not sold on Florida. They're the off-season champions of the world, and so is Clemson. Those two are each other in the ACC and the SEC. They match each other. They had a good season a couple seasons ago, enough to stay relevant since then. But they're not good. They're not good teams.
Yeah.
Dabo Swinney refuses to conform to new football, which is going to hurt him. And he insists that loyalty works, but he lost to Georgia Tech. Now, Georgia Tech, as a Florida State fan, I hate playing Georgia Tech, and I hate it when we play NC State.
Yeah, I wish FSU played G-Tech this year.
Yeah, those two teams just put a thorn in our side for whatever reason. Like every year we have a problem with them, it seems like. One of those two teams every year. And so when I see Georgia Tech versus Clemson, yeah, I'm betting Georgia Tech money line. And I did, and I won money.
Baby.
So, flippity skip, but
right. Look, I think, Notre Dame, I think it's the obvious answer, because what have we done in the years past? Now, they didn't do this last year, but every year, let's not just focus on 1 year. Every year before that, Notre Dame would lose an early game early, or lose a game early.
Ohio State.
They did it for like 5 straight years.
Yep.
And they'd win out because they played crap nobody, and then the committee would put them in. Let's not allow that to happen this year.
Yep.
Notre Dame, your 2 biggest opponents, you lost. 1 at home, 1 on the road. You're done. You're done. No playoff for you. We're running out of time here. Didn't want to mention Bama with a 38-point win, or 38-14 win over Wisconsin. Wisconsin's not good, but Bama's offense looked really good.
Yep.
So they'll come to Athens in 2 weeks. Loff up there in the chat said DJ versus Arch will set quarterback play back 50 years. Not a baby, Loff. I appreciated that one. That's a good note to end on, because that will headline our topic of conversation this coming Friday. USF, Miami, Texas, Florida. Those games coming up. We will preview those. Have a lot of more college football talk for you. But until then, we're out of time. Coming up 5 minutes. Oh, boy. What is wrong with BTJ? Ducking for cover. Looks like. Just not on the same page, to say the least, with Trevor Lawrence. Monday morning quarterback. We'll hear from the Jags locker room. Cohen had some interesting things to say, as did BTJ. Hear from him yourself. A little DJ Lagway talk as well, because we can't avoid it. Just seen enough from Travis Hunter, and we'll get to our weekend wagers as well. 3 hours locked in on the Jaguars here at the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network. Appreciate everybody spending your Monday morning, getting your week started with a little college football talk on Stadium Pulse. Have a good week, everybody.
When it's time to get a new car for anyone in your family, just remember, nobody but Nimnick, the #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville. Get the latest price breaks on 2023 and 2024 models or the newest 2025 vehicles in the showroom on Phillips Highway or shop online at nimnickbuickgmc.com 24 hours a day. GMC Sierras, Yukons, and the redesigned Acadias, or get the all-new redesigned line with Buicks. It's nobody but Nimnick, and part of the reason why is this is a first-class buying experience here at Nimnick Buick GMC. You're not just a customer, you're a friend. This is about getting a vehicle that best fits you and getting you on the road, and also helping you and your family down the road. Nimnick has a treating you right guarantee, courtesy, respect, fairness, and most Buicks, GMCs, and Jacksonville's only Car Bravo dealer, nobody but Nimnick. Who has put in the most years and stands behind a better experience? Nobody but Nimnick. GMC, we are professional grade.
Putting your needs first. It's the backbone of how First Florida Credit Union does business. In all honesty, you might as well be speaking another language when it comes to finances. Sure, I'm good with my money, but what am I missing in the fine print? That's what led me to First Florida Credit Union. They're the perfect choice for anyone starting their financial journey because they keep finances easy. Plus, they offer financial education and resources I can trust. So I'm always growing more confident. And as a young adult, I am constantly adding more responsibilities to my plate. From a car payment to a mortgage, it all adds up. Luckily, First Florida Credit Union makes sure it adds up in all the right places and not the wrong ones by offering better rates and lower fees than traditional banks, even if you're still trying to grow your credit. Because as a member-owned institution, First Florida genuinely puts people's needs first rather than focusing on profit. So I know as my needs change, they'll be right there